Hey there, Steve Gardner with eXp Realty, Greater Daytona Beach area, East Central Florida. Let's talk about some hidden fees. And I've done a few blogs and YouTube videos on this, hidden fees when purchasing a home. So let's get to it. And before we do, please subscribe to my channel if you like this content, Steve Gardner, eXp Realty. So when you're purchasing a home, there's some hidden fees that buyers don't think about when you go to the closing table or during the whole process, okay? Not just your bank fees and things like that, but there are some fees. So, number one, home inspection. I always recommend having a home inspection. So, whether it's a townhouse, a condo, a single family home, that is one of your, and that is an upfront cost. So, you go out, you find your beautiful dream house. Um, the first thing you need to do immediately after that is have it inspected. So that's a cost and that's out of pocket. Most home inspectors plan on in Florida 450 to 650 for a multitude of inspections. So keep that in mind. You're going to have those home inspection costs, and that is a buyer's cost, not a seller's cost. The second thing is title services. Whether you're paying cash or as a buyer or you have a financing, there's what's called a title policy. And on the buyer's side, a title company will charge a buyer fee. It could be 350, 250, 450. That will be on the buyer side when you close. And if you have a loan involved, there's title insurance that there'll be a policy written to your lender that protects them as well. Title insurance is basically an insurance policy to make sure the house is free and clear. When you take ownership in it, Uncle Bob up in New York from the previous owner doesn't own the corner of it, or there's a lien on it. That everything is paid is free and clear. When you take possession of that property, it is whole. But those are going to be those are some costs on the buyer side for that as well. Um, Three, appraisal fees. So whether you're paying cash once again or there's a lender, if there's a lender, it's going to be required. The lender is going to order that. Sometimes that is taken up front on a lender application, maybe 450 bucks for an appraisal, or it can be done on the closing statement at closing when you go to close escrow. So count on that. It's about 450 bucks, $500 for an appraisal. An appraisal is just the bank making sure that they're loaning the money and that the property, according to the appraiser, is worth the money and they're not overpaying or over lending the money on the value of the house. Before the last one, if you like this information, please subscribe to my channel, Steve Gardner, eXp Realty, Greater Daytona Beach, Florida, East Central Florida. Okay. And fourth, HOA fees. If you're in a homeowners association, you're going to have some closing costs. And a lot of times, in regards to that, the HOA will maybe collect 1 month's plus another month's. Okay. So let's say the HOA is $400 a month. You can have an $800 fee, or some HOAs want to collect a year's in advance. So it just depends on the HOA. So plan on that being collected from you at closing. If it's cash, it's not a big deal. If it's a loan, this may end up being escrowed and that sort of thing. But you will have HOA fees. So keep that in mind. And then last but not least, taxes. Okay. Um, Taxes are prorated to the day, not to the month. They don't round it off. So, and that's property taxes, not state tax. We don't have a state income tax here in Florida. All of our city amenities and things like that are funded by your county taxes. So, people that own property in Florida through their property taxes fund the schools and the municipalities and that sort of thing. So what'll happen is they will prorate it. Our taxes are paid in arrears in Florida. So once the seller will have to credit you back the time they've owned it at the beginning of the year back to you, because you're going to get the full tax bill at the end of the year, and you want to make sure that the seller has refunded that to you at the closing table. And that's all handled by the title company. And I've got great title companies that I use. It's all be taken care of. But those are five that you need to remember that are going to be there. And of course, a qualified realtor will go through the process with you during the buyer presentation and evaluation and that sort of thing, and tell you what to expect. Okay. So once again, those are fees that are sometimes buyers get surprised about. Okay. So anyway, if you, once again, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, YouTube channel. I'm signing off. Steve Gardner, eXp Realty, Greater Daytona Beach area, East Central Florida. Until next time, take care. Thanks a lot.